Welcome to another episode of First Reaction or Fan Reaction. I'm your host, Dara Whitman. What's my name?
Dara, what's the show?
Blah, blah, blah. What?
Dara, what's the show? What's the show called?
Can I do the intro first?
No, I mean, you said first reaction or fan reaction.
So, let's take that again.
Let's go from the top. Let's start from the top.
Welcome to another episode of First Reaction Fan Reaction.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Dara Whitman.
Yes.
And here with me is my co-host.
Cailin Clothing.
We're fine.
We're good. We're doing great.
So we're still on Community, which is obvious because we're only on season 1.
Yeah.
And we're on episode 3, Introduction to Film.
Yeah. Which is a class that we actually had together back
Yeah,
in the day.
like around, I think it was like, it wasn't the year that we met, but I feel like there was like the year that we met and then the year that we became friends.
It was spring semester of our sophomore year, and we kind of became friends the fall semester.
I just remember we did miss a lot of classes because it kept snowing.
Yeah, it snowed a lot that year.
It did. And it was like hard snow where like people couldn't get to school.
That was a weird time, personally. I feel like weird things. Anyway.
I do remember like the one time when like it snowed so much that it was like the weekend and then they canceled classes on Monday and then I didn't have any classes on Tuesday and they canceled classes on Wednesday. So I literally had a 5-day weekend.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was the bestest.
Yeah, it's a fun
But I
time.
liked Intro. We watched good movies in there.
It took us like a full week to get to Citizen Kane because of the snow.
But then we watched it. I thought we weren't gonna watch. I thought we had to like watch it before class, and then we watched it.
Yeah.
But then we just watched it. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that was fun. I don't know if there was a movie there that like I didn't like in Intro to Film.
No, what did we watch in Intro to Film? Let's go through this.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane.
Godfather.
The Godfather. Pulp Fiction.
Thelma and Louise.
Thelma and Louise, yeah.
We watched Cinema Paradiso.
Cinema Paradiso. I like that.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. God, what else?
I don't know.
We definitely watched more than that, though.
I don't
right?
remember. Hitchcock stuff. Well, we watched a Hitchcock movie.
We watched Rebecca.
But the only thing I didn't like about like the Hitchcock stuff was that we watched Rebecca and Psycho, and I'm like, I've already seen those, and then we watched Notorious, which I didn't actually enjoy that much.
Right, Notorious. I didn't like that one much either. And
I actually have the box set of Alfred Hitchcock movies. I think it's in there, but it's like,
yeah,
it's not one of my favorite Hitchcock movies. We didn't get to watch Vertigo, which made me sad.
Right, I watched that on my own time.
But anyway, so we are talking about the Community episode, Introduction to Film, not our life in Introduction to Film.
No, but that was an early stage of our friendship, so it was very memorable.
Right, but so I didn't actually realize the class that Jefferson was accounting. It says accounting, but it didn't feel like accounting. It felt like a poetry class.
Right.
So it's being taught by Professor Whitman, no relation.
No relation, yeah.
Also, he spells it differently.
It's different spelling as well.
And he's very Robin Williams from Dead Poets Society.
Very good.
So-called is a thing that makes men weep. And yet, a third of life is spent in sleep. Open your textbooks to page 37. Now, close them and throw them away.
But do you know how much a textbook costs?
Right, there's so much money.
Book for community college?
Throw it away!
Maybe less.
Yes, he does aspire to be, like, the inspiring teacher that not just teaches you, like, academic educational skills, but really, like, making you think about what you want out of life.
Did you ever see Dead Poets Society?
No, actually, no, I haven't.
Really good.
Yeah.
I didn't remember, it was my 9th grade in middle school, because that's how my school did it. And at the end of the year, my teacher wanted to, like, show have us like watch movies that were like kind of like inspirational, like letting us live our life. So it was ironically Dead Poets Society and The Breakfast Club.
Oh, okay.
So that was fun. But like he's very much like carpe diem, seize the day.
Yes, very big into seizing
throw away
days.
your textbooks even though they cost a lot of money.
Right. He's like open up to chapter whatever and then like throw the textbooks aside and I'm like, but those are so expensive.
They are, and then they have to like take their shoes off.
And if you throw them, then they're in poor quality and then don't resell for as much.
Right? That always sucks. It's kind of like how like I don't 100% approve of like burning your bras because they cost a lot of money.
That's true. They're very expensive. Why are they so expensive?
I don't know.
Oh.
Sports bras aren't terrible.
It depends what kind you're getting.
If I go to Target?
Yeah.
But, but that's like my philosophy. Unless you have a really old bra that's worn out anyway, you can burn that.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But anyway, so yeah, he's very much like, carpe diem, seize the day, blah, blah, blah. And Jeff's like, oh, so this is a good blow-off class.
Right. This
Hooray.
is like, you come here just to get an easy grade and you go.
I don't think I had many classes that were any.
I was a loser who like always wanted to learn something out of classes, so I always took classes that like I wanted to learn about the topic. And people were like, "Oh, always take." Oh my god, what was the class? History of music, or pop music, popular music? There was a class in school that like everyone was like, "Just take this as an easy credit," and I never took it because I'm like, I want to learn things. Damn it!
You know what's funny? I think
that was me.
Actually, no. When I went to the UK, most of my classes they weren't like blow off classes, but like they were just like I didn't like take anything to like. I think I took like celebrity media and like that kind of thing just because like I like the thing, and I took fantasy writing, which we just talked about fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember probably the easiest class that I took at college was like the course that I just went to Ireland for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then we had to write a 10-page paper about whatever we wanted. And then the professor said, like, if you want to, like, space it out and, like, do them, like, you can do all that. It's fine.
It's more about the experience.
It's more about the experience. And I got an A.
Very good.
So that's this class. And so Jeff comes into the study room to basically tell the guys, like, hey, this is a good blow-off class. Everybody take it.
Guys, I found it. The ultimate blow-off class. Professor Whitman. He thinks he's in Dead Poets Society.
I miss blow-off classes.
There's no tests. There's no work. It's just day seizing. The deadline to enroll is tomorrow. I suggest you all do it.
Well, some of us are here to actually learn things.
I'm in.
Me too. It sounds educational.
I'll do it. I love Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And there's some other stuff going on. I think this is the episode where we hear Troy sneeze.
Oh, God bless you, dear.
What's so funny? Hey, Troy sneezes like a girl.
And how about I pound you like a boy? That didn't come out right.
You all just leave him alone with his cute little nails.
You're not my mother.
She's not? 29.
He has a cute little kitten sneeze.
It's adorable, but people make fun of him.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. But also, Abed says that he doesn't want to, saying that his dad is forbidding him from taking any, nonsense classes.
Yeah.
Because the point is, he goes to school and then he gets to, take over the falafel business.
Yep.
Because, it's in decline after 9/11.
There is a lot of, Arab Muslim jokes in this show. And they're supposed to be framed they're not making fun of it, but sometimes they are a little bit.
Listen, it might be just as bad as when Isaac and Miriam were in New York in 2001.
Yeah. That was funny. Anyway.
But Britta's that's not Britta doesn't think that's okay.
Right.
And basically saying how much is the class, so then she pays for Abed's film class so that he can take it because he wants to make movies.
Abed, how much does a film class cost?
$70.
That's interesting. That's good.
Britta.
Jeff.
Britta.
Isn't Abed's dad a hardcore Muslim? They're not as understanding as Christians. You can get your hair cut off with a salami sword.
Surely. That's the most racist thing I've ever heard.
Here's we'll do that in 1 minute.
Oh, no.
This is really nice of you. The memo says 4 dreams.
That's what he wants to do, and she's believes that you should follow your dreams. Do what you want.
The check says 4 dreams.
4 dreams.
And so, but most of the study group ends up taking this Professor Whitman's class, and he has Shirley come up and basically say why are you here and that kind of thing. And then she at first she's not really coming out with anything, but then she finally reveals that
well, first she's given the surface level oh, she wants to get a degree so she can do this, which is great.
To get a degree in business so I can sell my baked goods and whatnot on the internet.
Why are you here?
Because I wasted 15 years of my life on a man who left me with nothing but stretch marks and a foggy memory of 2 planned orgasms, and now it's time to get what's mine.
Day seized.
Yay!
Only when we stop stopping our lives.
But no, but he wants the person, the feeling stuff.
The feeling stuff, and then that comes out, and then he's A.
Yeah.
And he's just live in the moment, still in that kind of thing, and then he has everybody stand up on their desk.
Very Dead Poet Society, yes.
I thought you saw the movie, which is why I said, "Oh, Captain, my Captain," because that's a big thing in that movie.
Yeah.
But they have stand up on the desk, and he's why don't we do this? And then somebody just...
Come on. Rise above the program.
Those desks are not stable enough for everyone to be standing on them like that.
On your desk. Well, why not? She's okay. Go to the nurse. Seize the day.
Well, it's so funny because they're really cheap desks. I'm sure they're probably not actually cheap, but they look cheap in comparison. And I'm this cannot end well. And of course, somebody falls.
Right. So then after that, he gives out the homework of like, I think it was like swim in a lake and like say I love you to 10 people.
Yeah.
But then first woman gets the idea that Jeff is probably that guy who is taking this as a blow off class.
Mm-hmm.
So and like doesn't actually care about seizing the day.
Mm-hmm.
So he says to him, "You need to seize the day, or else you're getting an F."
But every year there's always one cocky opportunist who's just here to coast, grab an easy A.
What?
His name's Pierce. I can talk to him.
It's actually you, Mr. Wayne. You have no intention of seizing the day.
What? Listen, I have never lived until I met you. I love you. Oh, there's 1 down, 9 to go. Not that I need the grade, or even want it.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because if you don't genuinely seize the day before the end of the week, then you will be seizing an F for the semester.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeff's like, crap, now I gotta like plan a way to seize the day, which isn't actually us.
Oh, wait, can we also just, like, a very funny moment at the beginning of the episode was Jeff is trying to figure out if, like, it's an easy class and, like, the kid he's talking to isn't giving him much to go off of. And he's like, what do you think about Dane Cook? And he's like, oh, he's so funny. He's like, all right, then I'm on the right place. Low blow, but very good. And he's right, so.
Yep. Jeff tries to explain or like complain to Britta about like how he's like planning a way to seize the day, which isn't really how that works.
Right.
But Britta's more because she's trying to help Abed out with like his film because they make a film. He has like his first project, which is to make a documentary, which is like a movie but with ugly people.
Exactly.
It's cool. Our first assignment is a documentary. They're like real movies, but with ugly people. I'm learning a lot.
That is so wonderful. Some people don't like getting involved in others' lives. I think it's great.
Hey, if you're making a documentary about Britta patting herself on the back, you're gonna need a backup battery.
Actually, I'm doing a movie about my dad.
That is brilliant. How did he react to you signing up for the film class?
That part hasn't happened yet. Here he comes.
Hey!
And asks if if Abed told his father about this, and then he says he hasn't, but his father pumps up, so then it's kind of explaining.
Yeah.
And then his father's kind of upset about this and stuff, and then there is like again some Britta kind of says like, look, Katz, that's right, I'm a woman with rights, and you can see my whole body. And he's like, what?
Where find Mr. Britta?
I'm Mr. Britta. That's right. I'm a woman with rights, and you can see my whole face.
Oh, I get it. Because I'm Arab, I must hate women. Let me tell you something. I love women, but I'm getting a major B-word vibe from you.
Wow, I can't believe I missed out on getting involved in this.
You go host American Idol, and you stop messing with my son, your special boy. I raise him, okay? You don't raise him.
Raising him means letting him follow his dreams.
Oh, no.
I'm like, Britta.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
And then everybody begins to argue and like that kind of thing, but it's saying like because like the dad doesn't want Abed to take the class, so there's fighting, and then Jeff tries to like help everything out, and says like, and then Abed's father's like, fine, it's your responsibility, have at it, because I feel like it's like a thing of like he doesn't fully understand Abed, so it's like kind of like I just need to protect him.
Yeah, and well, I think he partially understands. He probably understands it more than some other people do, but he also doesn't, and he does want to protect him. I think that's his biggest thing, and like he feels the way that what he's doing is the best way.
Right. And then we cut to the next day in the cafeteria. Jeff is dressed in like rainbow suspenders and like a glove tie.
Yeah.
And like bunny slippers.
And because that's what he thinks because he's just, what he does is he tries to figure out what makes people tick and then does it, and so he's fundamentally misunderstanding the assignment, but he's trying his best.
Right, but he's only there because that's where Professor Woodman gets his coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
While he's doing that, he meets up with Britta, and Britta's trying to like figure out Abed's finances and like help him out with that. And then when Abed comes back in and is like still filming, but now he's got like a better camera.
Yeah.
Abed, how's it going, buddy?
Good. My film is coming together. Cool tie, Jeff. Are you wearing that because you're playing the role of my dad, or is it really Christmas?
Definitely Christmas.
Is that a new camera?
Yeah, it's more expensive, but it lets me adjust really specific settings that most people don't notice or think about. I would like a latte, and Jeff, let me get you something.
So you're kind of like, and then like it's getting Britta upset because it's kind of like, look, this is my money, like.
Right, because she's trying to like, support him financially, and he's like, cool, I have all this money, let me do things with it.
Right. And it's offering to like get Jeff's coffee, and like he offers black coffee, like Jeff asks for a black coffee, but as he's doing that, Professor Woodman comes by and is like, boo.
Yeah, right. It's super normy.
Okay, I will get a small black coffee.
Boo! An ordinary coffee for an ordinary life.
Good morning,
What if somebody just
Professor
likes black
Whitman.
coffee and they don't like all the sugar?
Sorry, Mr. Winger. These won't cut it.
Shazbot.
I shall have
Is that German?
No.
Sounded German.
A birthday cake.
But then I'm like, I guess sometimes I feel about like Season the Day with Professor Whitman. I'm like, but what if people just like they don't want like they can't handle all the sweet stuff. They just want coffee. Like, give it a break. I mean, Cailin needs all the sweet stuff in her coffee because she doesn't drink it.
I don't drink coffee. I just eat sweet stuff.
Haven't you gone to like Starbucks and gotten like a frappuccino with some coffee in it?
Nope. Do not drink coffee.
Have you ever been to Starbucks?
Yeah, sure.
So what do you get?
Sometimes like a smoothie, or like one of those like fruit drinks. I think there's some caffeine in it, but it's not coffee. A nice like a croissant.
I mean, they're not nice croissants. I mean,
They're all right.
They're fine.
They do the trick.
They're fine. Anyway, community. And then there's like kind of like the C plot, which is after Troy sneezes a few times and people kind of laugh at him. Pierce trying to help him be more manly with like...
Right. It's the typical like the plot of, you need to be more manly, so me, older person, will teach you how to be manly.
And it's kind of like, there's nothing that... It's like kind of just like a little funny C plot.
Yeah. Don't really do much.
I've seen men in your situation, Troy. No, those are both for me.
There's bad continuity between those shots.
On top of the world before, and now no
Good
one
job
uses
for
my
noticing.
sense.
Thank
I
you.
can help you with your image. First, I lose the jacket, you look like a high school bitch. But more importantly, it's your sneeze. When I was a CEO, I had an array of masculine sneezes, asserted dominance. You know, like the explosive shock the room into silence sneeze, the...
Jeff's still trying to figure out how to seize the day, so he goes around like flying a kite, goes like double dutching with like these like teenage girls.
Yeah.
And then Professor Woman's like, I still know what you're doing, so like actually seize the day, don't just like pay people off.
Exactly.
But and Jeff's still upset, saying like, I remember.
Had I not already cried at the sunrise this morning, I would be weeping right now.
What does that mean?
What do you mean, Jeff? What does your life mean? How long does it take you in the morning to make it look like you have bedhead? How many sweatpants, sport jacket combos did you try before you found the one that said, I don't care? Seize the day, Jeff. For real. Go running naked in a hailstorm, kiss a girl in the middle of the day, fly a kite, but do it for yourself. Or you won't just fail my class. You'll fail life.
But then meanwhile, Britta is still upset about Abed.
Yeah.
Like spending all of her money, and she's like very confused and just like trying to talk to him, but he keeps filming.
Yeah.
So wants Jeff to do it, and he's like also like kind of creepy filming them.
Right.
And then also we come back to the study room, and he's ordering like pizzas for everybody, and like it's a nice like picnic thing, and Jeff there tries to talk to him, but Abed, because apparently Abed also cut the film class, but because he's working on his project.
Right. Yeah. So he's like, she's paying for the class, but he's not even showing up. So like, why would you do that?
And then like Britta's like clearly upset about this, and is like losing all, like she's losing all of her cool, and then also losing more when the coffee shop guy comes in with 7 lattes for everybody, and then I was paying for it, and then Britta's like, no, like stop doing that. Why won't you just let me help you? And then like storms out.
Someone order 7 lattes.
I got that.
No, you don't got it. I got it, Abed. I got everything. What is wrong with you? All I want to do is take care of you. I know you're not stupid. Are you doing this on purpose? Why won't you answer me?
Yeah, because this is the scene where you leave.
You better believe it.
Right up.
What do you think, Dad?
I think you are really weird, Abed.
Yeah.
And then Jeff storms out after that, takes a latte.
Yep.
I mean, it's a free latte.
It's a free latte. Might as well take the latte.
Right. So then Jeff tries to like solve this problem. So he invites, as like Abed's editing his video, he invites Britta and Abed's dad, and they're still like arguing about stuff and that kind of thing. And then Abed finishes his movie.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the movie?
It's how would you describe this? Oh, papyrus.
Papyrus!
How's it going, buddy?
I don't want to be your father. I think you are weird, Abed.
Okay, look, I need to talk to you about Abed.
He's not normal.
What is wrong with with you. All I want to do is take care of you.
It's an experimental piece. It's
piece.
A little avant-garde.
Right, but it's very, like, stitched together. And, like, there's, like, a picture of Abed's dad and mom on Jeff.
Well, that's... So, like, earlier in the episode, like, Abed kind of changes his tune of what he wants to do, and then he's like, oh, Jeff, you're going to play the role of my father. And then which is a screenshot I've seen a bunch of times before, and then Jeff says, I don't want to be your father, and he's like, great, you already know your lines.
But it's kind of showing how, like, Abed... It's, like, the story is kind of, like... In, like, this very weird way, how Abed feels he destroyed his parents' marriage, and that, like,
Yes.
they found him because they found him so weird.
Yeah.
And that, like, he just, like, kind of... And, like, that his father blames him for his mother leaving.
Yeah, right.
So, like, it's a very touching story, but it's just, like, the way that it's, like, shot, it's very, like, to late 2000s, like, animation.
Right, and so, like, if you don't... Yeah, you have to get it a little bit. But... Yeah, it is funny.
Well, I think the bright side is that the right person did understand it, which is Abed's father.
Who's like very emotional, and you're like, aw.
Not exactly Citizen Kane.
Aw. Aw.
لم أقل أبدا بإني لم تك على رحيلها.
لم يكن عليك قول أبدا.
I feel a little out of the loop here.
That feeling is called the joy of freedom.
So, like, he got it, and then he was very much like, if this is the way my son can communicate, I'll pay for the film class. So, like,
Right.
yes, Britta and Jeff did not understand the film, and were very weirded out. Mm-hmm. But
the person who needed to understand it understood it.
They understood an Abed film production with that logo.
Yeah, and that goes to show, like, you know, I think Britta thinks that Abed said doesn't understand him, but in the end he ended up understanding more than she was able to, just because the way he communicates is different, and just like the way he does things. It's just like, he's a little quirky.
That's fine.
But he's very cute.
And then, so in doing that, Britta thanks Jeff for, like, bringing them all together, and then says that she owes him, so then she says, you should kiss me right now. So then they have, like, this, like, kiss.
You should kiss me right now.
I'd be so pissed if I was, like, on my way to class. I'm like, oh, goddamn, why is people making out?
Day seized!
We're even.
Hooray!
Nice.
A plus, Wigger. I know a life-changing kiss when I see one. Wowee!
That's great. Yeah.
But then as they're
It's
doing...
a very passionate kiss.
It's very
like, make a little, like, like a little bit. It's like, it's like very, very passionate.
What?
Just like, you know, like a little, like, just like a little, like a little, like, you know.
You okay?
You know. No, that's a little too much. It's like a blip. You're like blip. No. It's like, just like a little. Blip. Okay. Community.
So then they kiss, and then after they stop, we see Professor Whitman. He's like, Daisy! So, like, clearly Britta playing that is like, we're even, bye-bye.
Well, earlier in the episode, like, as the professor's kind of listing off random things that you could do, like, to seize the day, one was, like, kiss a girl in the middle of the day. And so, like, that was the setup for, like, okay, that's how you seize the day. It's just, like, spontaneously, and he, as the professor calls it, a life-changing kiss.
Right. Which
He's
is
like, I know a life-changing kiss when I see one.
And Jeff's like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Definitely. And so, and that's basically the end of the episode, except for the end tag, which is, and I did realize this, I forget how long it lasts, but, like, a lot of the end tags are kind of Troy and Abed.
Yeah.
So it's Troy and Abed crumping.
Crumping?
No.
Don't like crumping?
No.
Don't like crumping now.
No.
This is crumping. We're crumping.
No, you're not.
The crumpin'.
And then Jeff walks in and is like, that's not how you crump. And then they're all crumping.
And then they all crump. It's really good.
It's great.
Good.
I do kind of like it because, like, Jeff's kind of seems like the straight man, so it's kind of fun when he just, like, goes and, like, does something ridiculous.
Right.
So that's the episode. What'd you think?
I thought it was fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Any like, highlights or low lights?
I like the film that Abed made. It was sweet. It was just, like, I was a little sucker for it. He had a moment with his father.
I think it's, like, a really weird film until you see his dad crying, and then you're like, all right.
And, like, once you, like, hear a little bit more, like, their conversation, you're like, oh, okay. And then you, like, go back and you kind of, like, you're like, okay, that makes sense now. But you're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so.
I'm trying to figure out if that was the A plot or if the Jeff stuff was the A plot. Because, like, one of them.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
They're pretty side by side, which is probably why the C plot is so tiny.
But that's so funny, especially at the end when they're walking and basically George goes like,
he sneezes like an old man, which is
little thing was funny. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. So and that's, I guess, like, that's. Any other thoughts on that episode or
no?
Okay, so let's do some trivia stuff. So some of the pop culture references. Obviously, we said Dead Poet Society.
Yes.
You should watch it. It's a really good movie.
I know I should.
It's very dramatic, so make sure that, like, you're not. Aladdin's mentioned.
Aladdin is mentioned when it comes to stereotyping Arab people. So great.
They're not all well, I guess I don't know. The evil one. Jeff describes Abed's short film as not exactly Citizen Kane.
Yeah.
Although, like, I think I remember, like, I said this in intro to film. I'm like, Citizen Kane's really good, but I'd rather watch The Godfather. Britt is disappointed that Jeff lied about having Ravi Shankar tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And Abed's film Six Candles is a reference to John Hughes' film 16 Candles.
More John Hughes references.
I actually haven't seen that.
I also have not seen
I've literally only seen The Breakfast Club and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I've only seen The Breakfast Club. I have to look at a list of movies. I've only seen another one of them.
So Robin Williams also kind of mentioned a good amount.
Yep.
And Whitman's referred to Walt Whitman.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no relation.
Right, yeah.
Sorry. I was just cool like that.
You wish you were related to Walt Whitman?
Well, no, but, like, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if I have anybody, like, super famous in my family, even if they are not. Walt Whitman, is he kind of an ass, or we don't know?
I don't really know.
Okay.
I'm distantly related to Beyonce, but, like, superly distant doesn't really even count. This is true. It is very true. Very distantly related. We're, like, 10th cousins, so it doesn't even count at that point. You're basically strangers.
So Beyonce has white cousins?
Yeah. Beyonce is, she has French-Canadian ancestry, or, like, French ancestry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Abed said tells Jeff to go host American Idol.
Yeah.
Again, reference to
More Ryan Seacrest references.
There's obviously the standing on the desk thing as a parody to Dead Poet Society. Jeff wears rainbow suspenders and says in a drawn out manner, "Good morning, Professor Whitman," to prove to Whitman that he's living in the moment. He then says, was it Shizbot?
Shezbot.
With his attempt fails, and these are all references to Robin Williams' past roles as Mork and Mindy.
Mork and Mindy, okay.
I've never watched Mork and Mindy.
I know, neither have I.
Well, that was a spin-off. How many spin-offs were there at Happy Days?
I can think of 2 off the top of my
head. Johnny Love Chachi and Mork and Mindy?
Yeah.
Even though, like,
there's probably one that failed, I imagine.
Well, I guess it's, like, weird that, like, there's, like, a character of Mork, because considering the fact that, like, it was, like, kind of a normal show, but Mork's an alien.
Right.
And then also, the DJ from Good Morning Vietnam. During the scene in the study room where Abed presents his short film to his father, Jeff and Britta, there was an error with a particular Arabic word is used. The word is al-azhar. I am so sorry.
Okay.
Which is the direct translation of left, which literally means the left, as in the direction, not as in someone having just left the room. So if you remember, there's, like, a bit of, like, that was the closest translation of the Arabic words, and the context would be, I don't know if I want to pronounce that because I'm going to get it wrong.
I don't know how to pronounce Arabic. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I should really learn. Just how to, like, not the whole language, because I feel like my brain can't do that much, but at least how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I do try to know how to pronounce languages, even if I can't, like, understand them.
This episode has a Robin Williams theme with various references to some television roles. And that he's played actor John Michael Higgins, who played Professor Whitman. You've probably seen it.
Yeah.
He showed up. Portrayed a character, Professor Eustace Whitman. John Michael Higgins, who played the character, was played John Keating from the 1989 film Dead Poets Society. Higgins would play co-star with Robin Williams in The Bionic Man, or Bicentennial Man.
Bicentennial Man. Oh,
Wasn't the weird one where he was a robot?
I think so, yeah.
That, like, nobody remembers?
Nobody remembers that. I remember it vaguely being a movie, but I don't remember anything about it.
By the year 2005...
Are you one's family?
I guess so. Every home will have an NDR 114.
Andrew, this is very good. Thank you, sir.
I think it sucks.
Sucks. Chickens do not have lips.
He was designed to serve humans.
I think he was a robot. Mm-hmm. And then he got a heart, like the Tin Man.
Okay.
I don't actually think that's accurate.
No.
Editor Dara here. So the plot to Bicentennial Man is actually weirder than I thought it was. It's about a robot named Andrew, played by Robin Williams, who is the housekeeper to this family. And this family is actually pretty nice to him, and they realize that he has a lot of these like creative abilities, which is not what the programmer wanted. But the family encourages him to, develop these skills, and eventually the robot develops like human emotions and other human abilities, like falling in love with the great-granddaughter of this family because he ends up living for like 200 years and with this family. And he wants to be recognized as a human, which includes getting like deteriorating organs and blood systems. And then he eventually is essentially like a human, and his body deteriorates, and he dies after 200 years with the love of his life, who's the great-granddaughter of one of the kids that he knew. What?
I don't know.
And then we also said a bunch of stuff with the Dead Poets Society stuff. So, yeah, intro to film. We did it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about the next episode?
Before we do that, Dara, we forgot about a very important Happy Days spinoff.
What?
Laverne and Shirley.
Was that a Happy Days spinoff?
Apparently it was, yeah. Yeah, no, it was.
The only characters that because I have watched some Happy Days, the only characters I remember are like Slightly Mork, Fonzie, Ron Howard.
Yep. I know. What's the character's name? I don't know. It's Ron Howard. It's Ron
His
Howard.
family.
Yeah, right.
Joni and Chachi.
Chachi.
That's Scott Baio?
Yeah.
He's crazy now, right?
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
No. Listen, we still have Ron Howard and Henry Winkler.
Yeah, that's true.
They're solid human beings.
They're pretty solid human beings, so onward and upward.
But who were Laverne and Shirley? So Laverne and Shirley.
I think they were like really side characters.
And then they got a spin-off.
Yeah. And it was a very popular show.
So Laverne and Shirley, Joni loves Chachi, Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, there's apparently an animated series too, but like we don't have to count that.
And also the episode where they literally jump a shark.
Yes, which is where they coined the term.
Jumping the shark.
Jumping the shark.
Right.
So
anyway, there's your Happy Days.
All right, there's some Happy Days trivia for you there.
For your Sunday, Monday Happy Days.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Happy Days. Thursday, Friday, Happy Days. The weekend comes, my cycle hums, ready to race to you.
Anyway, so when we come, we're going to take a little break, and then we come back, we're going to talk about Season 1, Episode 4, Social Psychology.
Woo! Let's do it.
Okay.
My dad will only pay for classes that will help me run the family restaurant. It's been struggling since 2001. 9/11 was pretty much the 9/11 of the falafel business.
Your dad has your whole life planned out for you? Are you even interested in falafel?
I'm interested in making movies, but my dad says all media is Western propaganda that negatively stereotypes Arabs.
And he should see Aladdin. Jafar was a badass.
Yeah.
God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Someone who doesn't like